I think JD Vance wants to be a social media influencer more than he wants to be the vice presidential nominee. He prioritizes a viral moment over intellectual honesty.
He can't say that.
Is he allowed to say
I'll say
that?
it louder.
Hi, Senator. Mia McCarthy with Politico. Question for you about the Haitian migrants in Springfield. So I know you've talked a lot about how we need to deport illegal aliens, but I wanted to ask you, the majority of the Haitians in Springfield came under TPS, so they are here legally. And I know you've expressed a lot of your issues with the TPS program and wanting to change that under a Trump-Vance administration. But I guess my question for you is, if you become the vice president under a Trump administration, what will you guys do about the migrants that are already there, since they did arrive legally? And a follow-up to that, if you plan to deport them, how would you do that legally?
Well, look, this is a media and Kamala Harris fact check that I want to clarify and clear up right now. And here's now, the media loves to say that the Haitian migrants, hundreds of thousands of them, by the way, 20,000 in Springfield, but hundreds of thousands of them all across our country, they are here legally. And what they mean is that Kamala Harris used two separate programs, mass parole and temporary protective status. She used two programs to wave a wand and to say, we're not going to deport those people here. Well, if Kamala Harris waves the wand illegally and says these people are now here legally, I'm still going to call them an illegal alien. An illegal action from Kamala Harris does not make an alien legal. That is not how this works.
JD Vance's argument is that TPS, temporary protection status, is illegal, at least in the sense that Kamala Harris and the Joe Biden administration are using it to allow immigrants into the country. We're going to take a look at what TPS is for and how it's being used. Temporary protective status is a temporary immigration status that the U.S. government grants to eligible foreign nationals from designated countries. TPS is granted when a country is unable to handle the safe return of its citizens due to ongoing armed conflict, environmental disasters, or extraordinary conditions. TPS is a program that says, hey, you have some fucked up shit going on in your country. We're going to help you out by allowing you to come into the U.S. under a temporary protective status while those things are resolved, and then we can send you back. What J.D. Vance said is that Haitians are here illegally under the TPS program. It's inaccurate. While I don't agree with everything that the Biden and Harris administration is doing, words mean something. Illegal aliens mean something. If someone comes into this country under a program that the president and the vice president have found a loophole to protect them in order to get into this country, that's not illegal. Finding a loophole in the system is absolutely exploiting that system, but that doesn't make it illegal. The same way that billionaires and millionaires find tax breaks are finding a loophole in order to pay less taxes, it's the same thing. Do I agree that there are a lot of immigrants coming into the country and we need to take care of America first? Absolutely. We have homeless veterans. We have people strung out on drugs, fentanyl, and all of this other stuff. We should absolutely tackle the issues that are going on our own homeland with our own citizens first. But saying that Haitians coming here under TPS is illegal is wildly inaccurate because, once again, words mean something. What's more concerning to me is that J.D. Vance seems to have something inherently against the Haitian population. We heard about the allegation that there was a portion of the Haitian population in Ohio that was eating pets. They were going out eating ducks, killing cats and eating them, eating dogs. But this claim turned out to be false. But J.D. Vance decided that he wasn't going to backtrack. He wasn't going to apologize for making false statements on a national stage. Here we have an article from NPR. It reads, Vance defends spreading claims that Haitian migrants are eating pets. Senator J.D. Vance stood by his false claim that Haitian migrants were eating pets in Springfield, Ohio, an unsupported story that former President Donald Trump has also echoed on the debate stage and on social media. During the Sunday interview on CNN, the Ohio senator and Republican vice president nominee said his evidence for his claims was the first-hand accounts of his constituents. He then went on to defend the dissemination of this false story. The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I had to create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of American people, then that's what I'm going to do. What does that tell us? It tells us that JD Vance is willing to lie at all costs, whether it's hurting a certain population of people or it's furthering his political agenda. If there's a narrative that he wants spun in the media, that he wants the American people to believe, it doesn't matter if it's true or false. He's going to say it because it's going to bring attention. This is not the type of rhetoric that we would expect from someone that could be the second most powerful person in this entire country if the Republicans win the presidential nomination. If he's willing to openly lie about something like this, when there are no police reports or arrest records indicating that this is what is happening over in Ohio, then what else is he going to lie about? I understand that we are in the social media era. Controversy is what's going to get the eyes and attention of the people. You're competing against everything that's on the internet. But we should hold the presidential and vice presidential seats in this country to a higher standard than lying and saying you will do this type of behavior to get attention. To JD Vance, you're an idiot. I don't know if there's anybody that's watching this that's a supporter of his and agrees with this, but I can't imagine that anybody would stand behind this. This guy is saying that he's lying and say, hey, that's the guy that I need to be vice president and possibly president of this country.